What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Tony's Corner, a Great Girth segment. Dude, I'm excited. We have a trailer that we're reviewing for a film called Night Patrol. I saw a thing for it on Shudder. I don't know if you're a Shudder guy. I am. I love Shudder. So I saw that there was a trailer for it, and I figured, screw it. Why not review it? What is Night Patrol? So if you're not familiar, Night Patrol is a film, I guess, that follows a LA cop who uncovers some sort of night patrol that, it's a section of the police force that they harbor a secret, essentially, that pretty much threatens the projects that he grew up in. So he has to put aside his cop honor and this and that, or something along those lines. That's all I know about it. As you guys know, when I do these, I typically don't do too much research on it. I know there's some familiar faces in it though. Just the movie poster alone looks pretty cool. It says defang the police. That's catchy. I like that. Let's just watch it.
As a kid, all I wanted to do was be a cop. I just thought it was the coolest thing. We're portrayed differently now. We're seen in a very...
Anytime this dude's in a movie, a horror film specifically, dude, the worst thing possible is going to happen to him.
There are a few bad apples.
Dude, is that CM Punk?
Turn around and face the other way.
I love CM Punk, dude.
What is this? They shot your sister. I think it was Night Patrol.
You guys are special. I want to be a part of that. When are you going to let me in on the big secret around here?
You want in Night Patrol? This is it.
Oh, shit.
What did you do to me?
What the?
They vampires.
Nice.
Tonight, let's go. We show him how Night Patrol hunts. We bleed colonial courts dry.
I heard what they were. I still didn't believe.
Y'all feel that? Coming for us next.
This is Night Patrol. We need to be ready.
Oh, shit. We got battle axes and guns.
Oh,
Can't kill CM Punk, dude.
This is a sacred night.
This is good versus evil.
Chaos.
we ain't going nowhere till we get some payback on that demon.
Is it demons? It could be lizard man.
What? Yo, Trip, you about to
Wait, what are they?
All that
Vampires?
That's
Demons?
werewolves. man. You
Werewolves?
tripping.
No, sucker.
That's tight. Damn. Okay, so it looks like pretty intense. Not gonna lie though, you could tell stepping back, it's clearly gonna be a movie that has your typical cops are bad and evil, blah blah blah, they're killing us. But that's fine, dude. As someone that grew up with a police officer as a father and someone that loves and respects the police community, I actually don't mind movies like this. The reason why is because I kind of feel like you can get very creative with these things. I get that people get annoyed by folks such as myself that are like, hey, I don't want to watch a movie that is woke or that's going to lecture me. And I get where that annoys them because it's like, hey, you're not stepping out of your comfort zone. And it's like, well, here's my thing. I want it to be creative. This is a good example of that. When you're using a metaphor that's so rich that the viewer can get lost in it, I think that's a better way to do it. Another good example is Get Out. So Jordan Peele, dude. Clearly, it's a movie about how white people are evil and blah, blah, blah. This is what it feels like when you're a black person, blah, blah, blah. I'm not getting into the politics of it. Throw a fit all you want in the comment section. I don't care. However, that's a good metaphor. I love the way they do it, dude. If you can do that, I'm in. I don't care if you mock my faith or whatever, dude. When you can do something like that, it's cool. It's better than just straight up whitey evil, cop evil. You know what I mean? It gets so old and redundant that I feel like the creativity is what really makes it big. No, I'm not a huge fan of meta horror or, Babadook and stuff like that. I'm really not a fan of movies like that. I do like mindless, just guts and gore and just stories that don't really have a purpose to them. But I get it. There are people out there that's what they want. And that's totally fine. Like I said, when you can be creative, which this looks cool, dude. This really looks like vampires. It looks tight, dude. I want to see that. That's why I'm like, if you can make it creative, I will sit through it and see it. Like, what would have been cool too is if there was like a hint that like the government's involved and shit like that. That would have been pretty cool too. I love when you can be creative to get your point across. I'd rather be lost in the creativity. Like, yeah, I can easily pick up on when a movie is woke or when it's just dumb, you know what I mean? Like, I can easily pick up on themes. However, I think it's fair to say, I don't say this enough. People really do look into movies a little too much. They really, really like spend way too much time trying to overthink and analyze film themes and messages. And don't get me wrong, those do exist, but I do think that people kind of pour too much time into that. That's why I'm saying, like, hey, if you can make it creative, I'll pretty much forget my little rule book. In fact, if the movie's good, I may forget my little rule book. But when your movie only exists to lecture and pander to certain groups of people, you know, it's easier to sit through a film that has creativity behind it. If you're going to lecture people, I think it's that much easier to sit through. If your film just exists just to hate on a certain group of people and then you alienate audiences, like, that should tell you something. But what I like, though, is that this film uses the cops as basically like a metaphor for evil coming in on the projects or whatever. It's like I mentioned in the plot summary that it has something to do with, like, there's a dark secret, like almost like they're a cult. It looks more like a cult, if you ask me, because there's a part where CM Punk, you can call him Phil all you want, dude. He's CM Punk to me, but there's a part where CM Punk, you can tell, opens up one of these little boxes with some gold vampire grill, dude. And a part of me wonders what if it's not vampires and like that's the way it's portrayed, but they're actually like a blood cult or something like that. You never know, dude. I'm gonna see this. Probably not in theaters. It looks good though. Justin Long's in it. Nothing good ever happens to Justin Long in horror films, unfortunately. He always dies very violently. Very sad. But that's champion right there. That's a true champion. If you can be an A-lister and then put yourself up to the mantle to just get massacred, get turned into a walrus, get thrown off a water tower because you're a rapist. Dude, if you can do those things and put up with it, I'd say that makes you a horror icon, in my opinion. Justin Long, when I see him, I immediately think, this is going to be a good movie. It's going to end horribly for him, but it's going to be a good movie. I don't know who else is in this. It went pretty fast. I didn't get to catch that. But then CM Punk, too, also exciting. I'm sure there's people in here I missed, but I think I'll wait for it to go to streaming. I don't know when it comes out. I think it is like in January, which is kind of scary because if you know your movies very well, you know that January is like the worst place to have your movie come out. It's like that's where they let the movies that they don't think is going to do anything die. And it's true, dude. January and February are like two of the worst months for movies. So that concerns me a little bit. That's super concerning. But like I said, I'm not going to go see it in theaters. I'll just wait till it goes to Shudder. Shudder had the distribution rights to it, so I'm excited. Dude, Shudder's awesome. They usually pick up some of the good movies, but they picked up some stinkers too. And this one, don't get me wrong, it does have some stinker quality look to it. But it looks cool at the same time, dude. Like, I'm in. I'm invested. I want to know what this is. What are these cops? Are they a cult? Or are they vampires, werewolves? What the fuck are they? I don't know. Night Patrol. Are you going to see it in theaters or probably stream it like me? Comment below and let me know. Thank you guys for joining me on another episode of Tony's Corner, a Great Girth segment. I am Tony. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Hit subscribe as well for more. If you want the whole like juicier side of me, specifically more into my politics, then check out the Great Girth podcast. However, if you're not into politics or you get offended easily, please don't go look at that. I've already warned you. But thanks guys for watching, and remember to always stay rad.